Hey friends, good morning. So I just wanted to come in and talk to you guys about something. I'm in the car on my way to work and I was listening to Bishop R.C. Blake's one of his this one wasn't necessarily a word, but it kind of was, I guess. But anyways, it had me thinking, like, it just made me imagine me sitting here talking to y'all, just saying, like, your exes, your people from the past, the ones that broke your heart or whatever, all those lessons that you learned, it wasn't for nothing. All of that was to prepare you for your spouse or your next relationship, the one that you want to stick, the one that you want to last, the one that fulfills your desires. So your last relationship, basically, and by the way, you guys, I got pushed to go ahead and make this video because I saw the angel number 111. If y'all don't know about angel numbers, please look that up. But that's something I'm always seeing all the time. But today I saw angel number 111. So it was like confirmation I need to come on here and, let you know, you guys, it's time for a fresh start in love and relationships. All those things of the past that had you down, that you thought broke you, that it hurt, but really you was being prepared for something so much greater. And it's because you had to go through those things and learn those lessons to realize who you are, and then to also stop taking just anything from anybody. And I am a true testament to that it took one man, one relationship to truly just test me and push me through it. And I thought I lost everything when that relationship was over, and I held on to it for so long. Even after a while, I didn't know what I was holding on to. I wasn't getting anything out of that, but yet I wanted that. I was in love with the idea of the relationship, and that's what got me wrong. So I really went through it with that relationship. And before I was like, why me? Why am I going through this? This isn't right. This isn't fair. I thought this was it. I thought I was done dating. I thought I found my husband. But honey, that was truly not it. And then I realized that I had to go through that situation and deal with all those things and feel all that hurt so I can realize who I am, and that I wasn't loving myself enough to the point that I was teaching this person how to love me. And because I didn't love myself enough, I allowed these things from this man instead of walking away, because you always have free choice. And I know there are some situations for some people, if you're dealing with like abuse, like domestic abuse, and some situations are harder to walk away from. And my prayers to any of you who are going through that. And sometimes it's just about timing and support and a plan. But for me, on the other hand, that wasn't something I was dealing with heavy. I had free choice to walk away from that relationship. Yep, I stayed and I continued to take on all this pain. Initially it's hard to walk away because it's like you're afraid of the pain that comes along with it. But by you staying, you're welcoming even more pain, and more time that it takes for healing and stuff. And when I think back about all the times I should have walked away and I should have did something differently than staying and trying to show this man, my value and stuff, I should have understood that myself and realized that I didn't have to stay there and fight for a relationship that was basically non-existent in the first place. That was on me. So, I didn't realize that at the time, but looking back, it's just like there were just so many opportunities. But I'm thankful for that now, because some people, it takes multiple relationships to find that understanding. And for me, it took that one. But the true test is when you get into another relationship that you value and that feels right, because that, for me, that relationship felt right from the beginning. And then I found myself like holding on to the past and wishing that things would get better, hoping things would get better, and I stuck around and waited for this man to change, and he chose not to. Things just kept getting worse. So the true test is going to be when I do get in another relationship, how I act and how I treat myself and what I allow in that relationship. But at least now I can be able to acknowledge where I went wrong, and just be able to move on from there, and also learning the lessons from that relationship. Because like I said, some people will go through these relationships with multiple people, and they find themselves just keep getting in relationships, and they're going through all these things, experiencing all these things, same situation, new face. And I don't know if they taking their time, and my gate went up first. But these people will literally like go through all these different relationships. It'll be the same situation with the new face, and wondering what's wrong. Is because all these lessons that you're learning and you're experiencing and that you're going through, you're not applying the knowledge, when you get in these other relationships, and therefore you keep attracting the same thing. Now you got to teach people how to treat you, because if you let people walk all over you or do what they want, and you keep accepting somebody's BS and all that's gonna give them the okay that you ain't going nowhere. So what do I have to work for? So you have to show people, not tell them. And I have to be better about that, because I know in my last relationship I'm fussing about the same thing all the time, and after a while I'm just like, why do I keep talking about this same thing with this same person and nothing seems to change? The only thing that's changing is I'm just getting angrier and angrier and more frustrated with the situation, rather than the situation changing itself. And then in that moment, I realized that I have to be the change that I seek. If this person is not going to change, then I have to. Therefore, I have to make these moves, because I am the one desiring something different. That person, the other person that keeps doing whatever, they okay with the situation. They're okay with how things are going, and how they're treating you, and that's fine with them. You have to make those changes in order to see the desirable outcome that you are looking for. So that's all I have to say about that right now, today. But I gotta go to work, so I'll probably come back and redo this video, because I don't know if it was great. But bye.